So we had a long and very informative briefing session regarding the core aspects of the expedition today. Very, very important because it covered all sorts of um, security, safety issues, and how to handle yourself. This is where we're going. So Chile, where we are, is up there somewhere, and we are going to land on King George Island, which is either this one or this one, and then from there we are going to go through these parts. I do not know the names of any of these Antarctic islands, but we're going to go through here apparently, and then we're going to end up down here and cross the Antarctic Circle and end up somewhere here. And then I think we're going to make our way back. The airport is on King George Island, which is a Chilean base, and it also has Chinese and Russian and Ukrainian presence there as well. Was it Ukrainian? No, it was Uruguay. I apologize, but I think that's coming up in another photo soon. And so this is the ship we're going on. It's called the Sea Explorer. Fantastic looking ship. Has done hundreds of journeys to Antarctica and is very solid. Zodiacs are, we're going to be spending a whole lot of time on them, and as you can see here, sometimes getting onto the Zodiacs and getting off them back on the ship is not that easy to do, and people do get very, very wet sometimes, which is why you always have to have your parka on and your boots and your waterproof pants, etc. And there's a particular way you've got to come out of these things so that no one gets hurt. And so we got a lot of information. I've only included a few slides here. Now this, there are lots of crevasses, and you obviously don't want to fall down one. This is a very obvious one, but the point of showing the slide was that we need to stay within the marked trails, because even if we go a few meters where we're not supposed to, we might fall in a crevasse and stay there, which we don't want to do. Another interesting slide here. So stay at least 5 meters, 15 feet from the penguins, and so that's about a good distance. But you can see that's pretty cool. 5 meters away from these penguins, and checking out what they're doing. Apparently they're allowed to come to us. So if we're 5 meters away from them, and this guy decides to just walk over to you, you can kind of stay there or start walking backwards slowly. No running, no sudden movements, no shouting, being very, very quiet, letting them enjoy their natural habitat. That's what it's all about. But the really experienced people here of Quark expeditions know a lot of signs. They can see what the penguin might be feeling by just noticing its shape and what it's looking like. And so they can actually tell us whether to leave a certain group of penguins alone and really not even go 5 meters near them, close to them. We're going to see flags like this, and we'll have to follow them or go between the flags. But if we see cross flags like that, we are not to enter that area. It's a sensitive wildlife area. A lot of the time what happens is when the penguins are molting and they're kind of regrowing their fur, and they literally stand on a piece of rock for up to 5 weeks. They don't move, they don't go anywhere, they don't feed, and so a lot of the time this is done to kind of prevent people from going close to those penguins, because you going near him might make him or her move and look at you and stuff, which means it's spending energy, and it's really not wanting to spend energy. It's a stressful time for them, because they can't eat, and they just have to conserve all their energy standing in one spot for 5 weeks. So that's the sort of stuff we learned today.